The mental battles are all a part of the journey. Whenever you have a big goal or you want to achieve something in your life, there is 100% going to be a point where you hit kind of like a brick wall. Anybody telling you that doesn't always happen, they're lying to you. Whatever goal you want to achieve, not everything is a smooth sail. You understand? So when you get to that brick wall, you're most of the time faced with two choices. Do I stop? Do I rest? Do I keep going? Like, what strategies do I take from here? What happens? And a lot of people don't realize this is where the mental aspect comes into play. Because a lot of the times we do things and we're so focused on the physical aspect, I have to sit down and work on this for 8 hours in a day, or I have to go to the gym for an hour, 2 hours. I need to run for 30 minutes. I need to do this and that. But a lot of people don't realize how important the mental aspect also plays a role into it, right? This is why I love to run. I love running very much because I find it very hard. So that's why I run. Really, I hate running, but I love running. You get what I'm saying? Because whenever I run, there's always that point where my body wants to quit. I'm just like, yo, like I'm done. But every single time, or not every single time, if I said every single time, I'd probably be lying to you guys. But that's when I force myself in my mind to push through the pain, to power through it. Because if I'm so focused on the pain, I'm not going to complete the run. You know what I'm saying? But if my mind is so set on the goal I have of completing it, I'm going to push past that pain. And I feel like little things like that build your fortitude, your grit. Have y'all ever met somebody, man or woman, whose mind is just unbreakable? Like the world can throw this, that, whatever at them, and they just stand unfazed. It's like you meet somebody, they've been through so much, but here they are still smiling, still laughing. It's like, dang, bro, like I don't even know how I deal with certain situations like that. God forbid, somebody's parents pass away at a young age, or they lose their child, but this person, he's always fine. Obviously, some people are not always fine. They may put on a persona or whatnot, but there's some people out there, like, eventually they heal and they keep on going with life. That's not to say they didn't care about the person, or the event wasn't big for them in life, but their mental fortitude is just so strong. Like they don't let the world bring them down, basically. And this is a very hard thing to achieve, because I couldn't even imagine if I went through some serious grief, how I'd react, or just anything like of a great magnitude in my life. I remember the time my uncle had passed away. This was back in 2021, and his son, my cousin, obviously we were at the funeral, and after, his son is kind of like smiling, taking pictures with people, because that we hadn't people hadn't really seen him in a long time, and I was just a bit surprised. I was like, wow, like his dad just died, and here he is smiling, with people and whatnot. And I kind of talked to him. I was like, bro, like, not to kind of question people, but or question his thought process. I was like, bro, like, why aren't you like sad right now? Like, how aren't you crying? Like, you're smiling at your dad's funeral. I was so confused by it. And he told me, he was like, bro, like, my mom, like, he's like, first thing he said, I've already cried so much. I feel like I can't cry no more. And that's a very honest thing, because after you cry and cry and cry, sometimes you're just done crying. You might still be sad, but you might not be able to cry so much anymore. Another thing that he said, which really stuck with me, was like, bro, my mom, she doesn't stop crying. His mom's obviously my aunt. She doesn't stop crying. She's always crying, because obviously she lost her husband, and he's the oldest son. Well, he first thing he said to me was like, bro, what? I can't let my mom just be crying. Like, somebody needs to step up, because his dad had cancer. Before his dad told him, he said, son, you're gonna need to step up. That he already knew that he was gone, but kind of instilled in his son to let him know, like, I'm gonna be gone, and I need somebody to step into place. That's not saying you can't be sad. Being sad is very valid, 100% a human emotion. Everybody experiences sadness. I do, you do. Anybody telling you, especially as a man, anybody telling you that men shouldn't show emotion, they shouldn't be sad, that's lying to you. I'm not saying that you just turn off your emotions completely, no. But I'm saying there's gonna get to a point where, yes, you do experience emotions, but your mental is gonna keep you going. It's not to say you won't cry, you won't be sad, you won't grieve. You 100% will. But that mental fortitude that you have will always keep you going. That's what people need to try and build. That day I saw my cousin just not necessarily chilling, but when I saw him that day and he wasn't really hurt and pain by it, I was so shocked because it's like I don't even know what I would do if my dad had died. I generally don't know how I'd react. And he's doing great now, obviously. Good job, whatever, making his money. But I was just very shocked. A lot of people don't have that mental fortitude. And you don't blame them. It's just life. It's very tough to go through these things and be able to pick yourself back up. It's very tough as a business person to lose all your money, go broke, and then still be trying for business. It's very tough to have people around you pass away and still be going in life, still show up to work, still go out to the gym if you do that. It's very tough because your mind is gonna, or you have this feeling in your heart that's gonna tell you, no, I don't want to do this. Let's grieve. That's completely normal, but the mind overpowers everything else, whether it be the heart, whatever. The mind overpowers it, and that's what's gonna keep you going. When I got injured um, a year ago, I believe it was, yeah, May 2020, a year and some change, May 2024. I was obviously very down, very stuck. Now obviously I'm back boxing, back working out. It's great, but that really showed me how important it is to have a very strong mind. Because number one, when I found out I had to get surgery, I cried on the way back home. It was very, very bad. Um, but basically, what this showed me, here I am still boxing. Thank God. I'm grateful to the doctors, everybody that was helping that journey. But it just took such a long time, and that was a physical injury, but it messed with my mind so much. A lot of people don't talk about the mental aspect of injuries, and that's what I wish they really talked about more. Because I'll talk about it. It's so much more mental than it is physical. Because your body might be good, but learning to trust yourself again, learning to do things how you were doing at 100% before, that's hard. Like that is hard. Like imagine like you just messed up your knee. Now you're trying to learn how to run again, jump again. Imagine you just hurt your hand. Now you're trying to learn how to throw punches again, full force. Like this is hard stuff because your body might be good. The doctors might clear you, but your mind is just like nah. Like we don't want to do that anymore. So that's why you see a lot of athletes. I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure after Derrick Rose got his injury, after that it changed. Like like he was really never the same. And I guarantee you, that's not because he became a worse player. That's not the reason. It all has to do with the mind. Derrick Rose probably had the best doctors money could buy. He's in the NBA. But if you don't trust yourself as a person, if you don't trust your body, if you don't trust yourself that you'll be able to perform, you're not gonna be able to perform. Like that again, that comes to mental fortitude. Mental fortitude is like I get injured. Cool, I'll be fine, I'll be back. Mental fortitude is I lose money. Cool, I'm fine, I'm back. Mental fortitude is a setback happens. I'm back. Like I had to accidentally stop the recording, but y'all get the gist. Building your mind is very important, especially for the goals you want to achieve. That's really what I'm here to say. Building your mind starts day by day. Little things start to stack up. So, for example, you have to wake up at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. hits, you hit snooze on the alarm. You have to get up. Today you want to go to the gym. The gym time comes around. You're like, I'm tired. I don't want to go. You get up. Little things like that start to build your mental fortitude. And then from there, it turns into the bigger things. Maybe you start working out. You start running. You want to quit. But now you start, so, oh, now I have to keep going. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. God forbid, you have a huge setback in life. You tell yourself, I need to keep going. Like, I'm going to keep going. And obviously it builds from time to time. Um, if you're somebody, who's dealing with setbacks, you're not weak at all. It's part of life. Don't, I hope I'm not conveying, I hope my message isn't conveying that if you're dealing with a setback, you're weak, because that's far from the truth. Everybody deals with setbacks. I've dealt with some of myself. But I just really want y'all to understand the importance of really building your mind, working on your mind as much as you work on the body, because I think the mind really trumps all. And it's just so important to be unbreakable in here. Because if you're unbreakable in here, nobody can break the rest of you. Like this might fail. Your body can fail, but your mind will never fail. I'm telling you. When you're working out, your body might crap on you. But right here, the mind, it's not gonna fail. So I feel like people need to work on that. Read more, learn more, very important. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope y'all have a great one. Thank you for watching the video all the way through. Also, if y'all can give me any type of content ideas, I'd really appreciate that because I'm kind of running into a wall where I don't really know what to make or post about. So I'm just kind of trying to experiment. I really do enjoy being on YouTube. So yeah, y'all just let me know. I'd love to look into any other things. Y'all have a great one. Peace.